someone say your words can cut really deep, right? You're a master with words. That could be a good master, or that could be a good bad master. So the second thing I had to be cautious of or aware of was my word selection or my word choice. Making sure that I understand the power that these words can have, who I'm interacting with. Am I uplifting or am I pulling them down? Am I giving positive words or are they negative words? What are the words that I'm creating? What are they doing to this person? Make a perfect batch of words. Like a perfect batch of cookies. Everyone has their favorite cookie, right? And everyone's favorite cookie has those right amount of ingredients. I love chocolate chip cookies. There's snickerdoodle, was that the right one? Is it right? I don't know. There's like peanut butter, there's all kinds of different ones, right? And they all have the right amount of ingredients. So when you're questioning, when you're asking questions, take time to make sure that you put the right ingredients, the right words into the questions that you're developing and that you're giving out. Make sure that they're uplifting, that they're positive, that they're loving and caring. The third thing is we have ears to listen, and everyone's heard the famous corporate terms of how to actively listen. Right? We've heard the 80-20 rule, which I really like. You have 2 ears, 1 mouth, use it in proportion. But I actually was thinking last night and today, I was like, what am I really trying to say on this point? I don't want you to just listen with your ears, but I want you to heart listen as well. Right? So if we're thinking about the first thing that we do, we turn off our radio station, turn theirs up. We make some perfect batch of questions with amazing words, uplifting and positive. And what happens logically after a question that we ask? We get an answer, right? But so rarely do we truly listen. And what I mean by that is, open up your heart to listen. Because when you do that, you're going to receive the words at a deeper level. It's not just surface level. Don't listen and check it off the list. Don't actively listen and repeat things that they said just because you heard of that technique and you know that's active listening. Really hear what they're saying. Hear their story. Hear the person. Hear their heart. How do you do that? You quiet down your tongue, like we said. Turn off your radio station. I want to ask you another group of questions. The questions are, have you ever been to a seminar where 15 minutes in and you're like, maybe that first talker or speaker is ending and you're like, wait, what's going on? I was just tuned out. You're probably doing that now. Hopefully not. Don't do that now. All right? You're thinking, your mind's going constantly, right? Or where you already pre-diagnosed this person with, they don't have anything to say. And you kind of tune off. You're like, oh, what am I doing later on tonight? What's the schedule like? Or are you waiting for an opportunity to say something intelligent? You're like, okay, it's like double dutch, right? Am I come in yet? Is it my turn? I got some cool stuff to say. I examined conversations and I did some people watching as I was developing my art of asking questions. And one of the things I noticed was how conversations occur naturally. They go like this sometimes. Yeah, I just went to Hawaii. It was absolutely amazing. We took a plane. We went up to Diamond Head, and they're great, and it was awesome. The whole family went up there. You went to Diamond Head? I went up to Diamond Head. I only did it in an hour, and I'm super fit, and I loved it. I was in Hawaii, too. Wait, you're into fitness? I do CrossFit fitness, and now I'm just super strong, and I'm amazing, right? And it's like just a ping pong of me, but from each person's perspective. Does anyone recognize or can think back to the last social event, maybe earlier today? Right? So we have to be conscious of these steps that we're doing. Turn off our radio station, turn theirs up. Be intentional with the word choice that we have. Create those amazing batch of cookies or batch of words. Not just listen with our heart, but actually, not just listen with our ears, but in addition, listen with our heart. The last thing is to serve with your questions. There is an end result with every single conversation. It may not always be a tangible result. Sometimes it ends in just an amazing experience. Would you agree? One thing I would challenge you to do is make sure that you're serving with your questions. If someone comes to you and seeks advice, are you looking to just sound intelligent and give them the amazing advice and you want them to be on your side of the fence? Or are you actually looking to help them find their own answers? Because everyone has genius inside them, especially the group of people that are in here. to come out to an event like this. Ask questions to serve and guide the individual to help them find their own answers. And you'll see how amazing of an experience that is going to be. So serve with the words, serve with your questions. Everyone has needs and wants. Ask those questions. Ask, what do you need right now? What do you want today? What do you want out of life? And get to the deeper level of having a conversation, not just, how's your day going? Good. We're just getting by. What's the next question? What do you do? Oh, don't forget the name, get the name in there. And then you're thinking in your mind the whole time that you're having this conversation, I'm bad with names. Wait, you just told me an amazing story, I just missed it. Right, so slow it down. Make sure that you're, at least with me, through my experience in asking questions, and I hope the people that I talked to today, you can remember back to me asking you questions. Because I am very intentional about this. Remember at the beginning I told you I was unconsciously incompetent with this skill. I didn't know I didn't know. Then I cracked a book like How to Win Friends and Influence People, like Ron's book, like a Just Ask book, like Chuck's book, and I started really learning about these skills, these people skills, and asking questions. And then I became consciously incompetent. I was like, now I know I don't know. That's why that person didn't like me, right? I was always talking about me. The next stage of that is you want to become consciously competent. You want to move to that stage where you're like, okay, I'm going to try this in this conversation. I'm going to create some amazing cookies with my words right now. And I'm going to be uplifting to this person. Or maybe just this time I'm going to listen with my heart. And not think about what I'm going to say or my turn. I remember when I first started doing this, and I would go out to events or meeting people, I would intentionally ask questions. And I had techniques, like there's one that's form, would keep me organized, ask family, occupation, recreation, and money. And so I would ask about those questions, right? Or in those categories. But when I would go to events, I would ask these questions and I would apply these 4 principles, and then the conversation would end, and I would leave and I'd like, kid, you didn't even ask me anything about me. But it's because it's so rare that people do that they slow down, that they actually ask about you. What's your story? What are your wants? What are your desires? How can I serve you? Getting to significance is a really difficult task when you're self-focused. When you're out there and you're serving and you're quieting down your WIFM, your WIIFM, and you're listening to them, it's absolutely amazing. And I actually started taking those as like tokens. It's like, yes, they didn't ask me anything about me. I got them talking, right? So the next level that you want to get to is becoming unconsciously competent. Like Chuck said, what are your talents? Sometimes some of your talents you're like, I don't know how I'm so good at that. I didn't even know I was good at that. It's because you're unconsciously competent about it. So those are the stages that I want you to kind of go through, be aware of them. It's kind of hard to be conscious about now that I told you, right? So the 4 steps again, just really making sure you turn off your radio station, the WIIFM. Turn yours off, turn theirs on. Be intentional about your word choice. Remember, your words can either give life or they can take it. Make sure that you're not just listening with your ears, but you're listening with your heart. And of course, serve people with your questions. Make sure that you ask about their needs, their wants, and their desires. See if you can create a win-win situation in this one conversation, in this 30-second conversation. How can you serve that person in that moment? As little as the amount of time that you have. Or if it's a long conversation. I want to leave you with 2 questions. Of course, right? Will you improve on these skills, or on this skill with the 4 principles that I left you? It helped me for sure. Will you do this and apply them and change your life the way it's changed mine? It's going to be some amazing results and amazing relationships, mended tons of relationships, getting promotions into the career. Will you apply these principles and improve your life because only you can? Right? We can give you the information, I can give you the bullet points, but you applying them really takes you. Or will you let it just slide by? Or was your whip phone so loud that you didn't even hear me? God bless.